Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley loses it, goes ham over one comment. Savannah Chrisley is not someone who will take things quietly. She is often so confrontational that many believe she made things worse for her mother when it comes to her prison sentence by refusing to stop making claims on her podcast during the trial and appeals. Now Savannah is making more strange claims on her social media as she attacks fans. Here's what Savannah said most recently that has many fans shaking their heads. Savannah Chrisley lashes out at fan on social media. Savannah Chrisley is always someone who will speak her mind. However, she is also someone who will lose it when other people do the same thing. Recently, a fan responded on a Savannah social media post with what sounded like an offhanded mocking comment. Savannah was not amused. The social media post was a video of Savannah playing golf. She posted the comment, "Ladies, take up golf. Tag your fav golfer. Someone give me lessons." It seemed to be a pretty innocent post, but there was one comment that sent Savannah over the edge. That last line was what really got fans going. While fans on Savannah's page came to her defense, talking about how hard she has it as a single parent. Other people on social media had a different outlook on the very inaccurate statement. Savannah Chrisley is not a single parent. Chloe is the adopted daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley. She is Savannah's niece. Chloe's father is Kyle, Todd and Julie's estranged son, and his former partner Angela Johnson. With Todd and Julie spending time in prison for tax fraud, Savannah has taken up the slack of helping raise Chloe, who is now 12. This led to many people coming out to blast Savannah for calling herself a single parent. They also had a lot to say about her quality as the person who is claiming to raise Chloe on her own. It started innocently enough. She had just posted a sun-drenched photo of herself on a rooftop terrace, hair blowing in the breeze, skin glowing, captioned with a simple, "Peace, finally." Followers flooded the post with heart emojis, compliments, and the occasional prayer for her family. But one comment stood out. It read, "Peace? Girl, your parents are in prison, and you're out here pretending like life is fine. Try some humility." Savannah stared at the comment. Her heart began to thud. That old, familiar fire ignited, slowly at first, then all at once. She could feel the heat behind her cheekbones, the electricity in her fingertips. It wasn't just the words, it was the tone, the judgment, the smugness, the complete disregard for everything she'd been through. And then she snapped. Savannah didn't just hit reply. She summoned the full fury of a Southern woman scorned, years of pain, media criticism, and protectiveness over her family bubbling over in a tirade that would go viral before lunch. "Oh, I'm sorry," she began, fingers flying across the screen. "Did you think peace meant pretending everything's perfect?" She took a breath, not in real life, but in writing with a dramatic ... Because if so, bless your ignorant little heart. Within seconds, she posted a full paragraph. "Let me break this down for you since you seem confused. Peace doesn't mean pretending the people I love aren't behind bars. It doesn't mean I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. with anxiety or juggling legal documents, court dates, prison visits, and still trying to keep a business, a podcast, and my siblings' lives afloat. Peace is choosing to keep smiling when I could be crying. Peace is posting a photo where I feel good about myself despite the hell around me. So sit this one out, keyboard warrior. You don't know my life." Savannah hit send before she could overthink it. Hashtags and like hashtag Savannah Snaps and hashtag Chrisley Clapback were trending on X, formerly Twitter. Fans and critics alike gathered to watch the fallout. Some were cheering, others clutching their pearls. "You go, girl," one user posted. People forget she's human too. Another chimed in, not Savannah dragging someone to church and court in the same breath. The comment that started it all. Deleted, but not before screenshots made the rounds. Savannah, however, wasn't done. She hopped on Instagram stories that evening, fresh-faced and calm, but with a glint in her eye that said, "Don't test me again." "Listen," she said, brushing her hair out of her face. "We live in a world where people feel real bold behind a screen. And I usually don't engage because I know people are hurting in project. But today it hit a nerve." She paused, letting her expression grow serious. "I've given up a lot to be where I am. My 20s have been spent raising my brother and sister while juggling trauma I didn't ask for. And people expect me to be perfect, quiet, and humble. Nah, I'm gonna celebrate every peaceful second I get, because Lord knows they're rare." Then she smiled. "To everyone who showed love today, thank you. To the others, watch and learn, honey." The story was picked up by entertainment blogs within hours. Headlines read, "Savannah Chrisley unleashes epic clapback after troll's comment hits a nerve." Chrisley knows best. Savannah sure does when it comes to shutting down haters. Todd Chrisley's fan page even reposted the video, captioning it, "That's our girl." Apple didn't fall far from the courtroom bench. Meanwhile, her younger sister Chloe, who's become a social media darling in her own right, posted a selfie with Savannah and captioned it, "My hero hashtag don't mess with Sav." Behind the scenes, Savannah's phone buzzed nonstop. Friends, producers, even a few celebs slid into her DMs to praise her for standing up for herself. But perhaps the most unexpected message came from her former flame, Nick Curdle's mom. It read simply, "He'd be proud of the woman you've become." Savannah wiped a tear away before replying. She didn't always feel strong, but moments like this reminded her that strength wasn't about being unshaken. It was about standing back up, speaking your truth, and daring the world to try and silence you. The next day, Savannah doubled down, not with another rant, but with purpose. She launched a new podcast episode titled, "Clapbacks and Comebacks: Finding Peace in Chaos." In it, she discussed the incident, but also dove deeper, sharing how easy it is for people to judge public figures, how exhausting it is to be expected to perform grief gracefully, and how she's learning to reclaim joy unapologetically. "We don't talk enough about how hard it is to hold pain in one hand and peace in the other," she said. "But that's life. That's my life. And I'm done apologizing for living it the best I can." Her inbox flooded with messages from young women thanking her for the raw honesty, for reminding them that it's okay to celebrate peace, even if their world isn't perfect. By Sunday, the firestorm had cooled, but Savannah's post remained pinned to the top of her feed. She didn't delete a word. She knew she'd probably face more criticism. That another comment, another headline, another unfair dig would come eventually. But now the world knew one thing for sure. Savannah Chrisley could go ham, go viral, and still come out polished, principled, and powerful. Peacefully.